So, a while ago I did, I guess, York's Scar makeup, from Red vs. Blue, and I posted some pictures on here, and a lot of people really liked it, and, I got asked by quite a few people to try and make a tutorial of how I did this to help with cosplays and boredom. So this is going to be my best effort at that. I kind of made it up on the fly, so we're going to see if I can really get it down again. So enjoy! So like any makeup tutorial, step one is going to be, if you have long hair, to get it out of your face, pull it back, whatever, just because it really does interfere with the scar lines, and also to take off any makeup you already have on. So I have to go do that so I can demonstrate this. Poof! Once you have that done, you're going to want to put in the white contact. I'd suggest white mesh contacts because they'll cover the pupil as well, but they still allow for some visibility. I definitely wouldn't drive with them or anything, but definitely that. I'll put a link to a nice pair, the pair that I use, in the description. And once you have the contact in your left eye, you put on a base of foundation, just to make it all look nice and the same color, which makes it a lot easier for later steps. So you're going to need foundation and mesh contacts so far. Holy Toledo, bat person! So if you have poor eyesight normally and normally require contacts, I definitely have someone help you with the following steps, because I know for a fact with me it's very difficult because I can only see now out of one eye at all. So after this step, you're going to get started on the scar, and I guess next I'll tell you a list of what you're going to need for this. Be warned that the list can change throughout the video just because I'm not entirely sure of how I did this originally, and I'm basing this pretty much off of the photos that I have to work with. So, good luck! Okay, so as far as supplies goes, I did this pretty simply. I just have to make this photo. Okay, so first, you're going to need eyeshadows. Really what you're going to need is just 2 or 3 shades of red. I'd start with a lighter red and then get progressively darker, since that is how scar wounds tend to look, especially with his scars. And then you're going to need a variety of different size brushes. Let's see. You see here I have foundation brush, eyeshadow brush. This is a smaller foundation brush that has a lot of foundation coming out of it. And this is also an eyeshadow brush. It's just more angled for precision. Alright, and you're also going to need some water. Mine has ice cubes in it because I'm drinking it right now and I'm going to use it later. It doesn't have eyeshadow in it right now. Okay, so now for the part everyone's been waiting for, how you start out the scar. You're going to want to start with a dry brush. I'm using my smaller one right now just because I can't see anything. I don't really want to mess this up. You're going to start towards the corner of your eye. And you're just going to kind of keep going and dabbing at it, as you're going to see that I'm doing. Ooh, that's really bright. And you are going to have moments like this where you just kind of have to mess around with it. So I'm going to start off with the base. Then you're going to want to add, as I did here, just a bit thicker of the same shade of red closer into the corner of the eye, because it is a more sensitive area, so it's going to scar a bit easier. The edges don't have to be perfect, because scars don't form perfect circles. And you are going to want to go underneath the lash just a tiny bit, but not a whole lot. You're going to want the edges to be lighter. If you see, it's sort of already taking shape there. Once you have this part done, you're going to want to move out to the edges, and that's going to require a lighter shade of red. You can even use pink if you don't have red, and if you want to, you can mix it with the other one. That's not entirely necessary. Definitely don't use sparkly shadows. just because wounds don't really sparkle. Also, if you only have one shade of red, you can just get rid of a bit of it. If you guys see here, it's definitely starting to take form. If it does wind up too dark, you're just going to take a little bit of foundation. You're going to want to clear it off your foundation brush just a little. Just kind of dab at it. Just to add in some more of your skin tone. Really help it out there. Then you have to move on to details. Seeing as this is a lot of interpretation of scarring, it's not going to look exactly like his did in the show. Obviously, if you want to, you can use screenshots to make it a lot more accurate than what mine's going to be. But this is just kind of an all-around tutorial for taking a scar and making it kind of your own in your makeup sense. So what you're going to do is you're going to get one of your finer detail brushes and you're going to get it wet. Not soaking, but wet enough. You're going to take the shade of red that you did earlier and you're just going to kind of start adding in cuts. So I'll show you what I do in a couple seconds. Okay, so now you're going to have some weird lines drawn on your face. And this is where your second or third shade of red comes in. This should definitely be a darker red, almost kind of burgundy, because it's going to add contrast to the scarring. So what you're going to do is you're either going to take the same brush or a different brush. I'm going to go with the same brush right now just because it's going to be a lot more detailed as far as lines. And you're going to dip it in the water again. You gotta make sure it's still not soaking because that will smear. And then you're going to take your burgundy and you're just gonna add a bit of contrast to some of the scars. Okay, so now what you're going to do is it's going to be very pronounced, probably. So you're going to take your old brush again, and just kind of touch it up. You're going to pull down some of the scars just a little bit, just because, you know, scarring in humans isn't that crazy. Another thing you can do is you can add in some yellows, just because this can also be a scar/bruise. You can add in a bit more kind of purpley colors. I don't know, just really make it yours. That's the biggest part of, you know, cosplaying any character, is it doesn't have to be perfect. Just kind of capture them, you know? And just remember that with simple wound stuff that you do, lighting really is everything. Lighting is everything. I'm just doing makeup here. I'll show you the final results when I figure it out. So once your scar's pretty much finished, obviously there will be touch-ups that you'll do because this is just kind of the basics, and you'll see when you figure out your scar how you really want it to look. This is just kind of simple stuff. The original one took me a lot longer, and I think I might have used watercolors. Just, you know, like I said, have fun with it. Good luck with your cosplaying. I might continue to make a York face tutorial. Happy cosplaying. I'm sad he's dead.